good places down there. I haven't been for a while.
Okay.
Usually that was more of a younger man's game for me.
Yeah, we're staying near 37th Avenue, I think it is.
Okay.
There's like a pavilion down the street from
You're right in the
where we're
middle of
staying.
that.
That's supposed to have.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. And of course, my panel can't wait to get talking. They just can't wait because it is Sunday afternoon, and we're just ready to rock and roll. And I pissed off a few Eagle fans. I see East Camden for life is literally screaming, "Come on out, Mark. You can't hide. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide." How you Eagle fans doing today?
They're gonna wear themselves out before the season starts.
He fumbled. Shit. Now he's about to lose his mind.
He hasn't seen the play yet.
Oh boy. You just got to love you Eagle fans because, that's all you can do. So, welcome, everybody. I know it is a holiday weekend. When I get done here, I've got to fire up the grill. I'm going to cook some steaks on the grill, some corn on the cob, and everything else. And we're going to have a little bit of a barbecue. But I want to say thank you to everybody who's taken time out. I see Thomas Garrett, Roland's Review, James Nook, and Primetime Phil. James, how you doing, man? Looks like you chilling like a villain out there, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I just got done cooking out. We just smoked some chicken and feeling pretty good. Weather's nice. Can't complain.
Yeah, okay. Are you on the outside? Outdoor?
Yep, I'm outside.
Outdoor living? Nice. Primetime Phil, who's back from vacation. And
what's going on, guys? Welcome. I'm just happy to be back. I am, as much as you come back and everything, it's hard to get back into the rhythm, especially when you go to places like Disney and Universal and all that stuff. Is because it's nice, but it's all packed, so you don't really feel like too much of a vacation,
Mm-hmm. I heard that. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. We're glad that you're back. I see I Love Weed is passing the Dutchie. Gina Thorne, Roland's Review. And did I get Gina Thorne there? What's up, everybody? Shout out to you. I appreciate it. Roland, Stacy Schubert, how you doing today? Stacy? Stacy? You don't want to talk to me, Stacy? Oh. Or are you muted? Okay.
No? Microphone, maybe?
Okay, she got some problem. Thomas Garrett, you out in California, ain't you?
I told you.
Huh? Unmute. You gotta unmute. Unmute your mic. Thomas, you out in Cali, right?
There he is. Oh, he's in the airplane.
Can you hear me?
Oh, you're on the airplane.
There he is.
He's on an airplane. Awesome.
Oh, you're on a plane?
Are you already in the air?
No, we're waiting.
We waited.
Okay.
I love it.
And we're on the tarmac. We're waiting.
I hope you're not waiting for a pilot to get out there, man, because they've had so many lack of crews and stuff out there and things. Okay, well.
Where you going? Where you heading?
Yeah.
Honolulu.
You going to
Hawaii? Oh, man.
That's a long flight.
Yeah, they say it's gonna be 5 hours.
Only 5 hours? Okay, that's from California, right? Okay. When I flew there, it was 19 hours from D.C. And the funny thing is we were supposed to only have one stop in Seattle, and they kind of screwed us. The brothers screwed us because they actually had a stop in Minneapolis. And I was like, wait a minute, what are we doing landing in the snow in Minneapolis? They said, I said, it's only supposed to be one stop. They said, well, because we're not taking any people on, it's not considered a stop. I said, you motherfucker. Yeah, the plane stopped on the ground. To me, that was a stop. So you definitely enjoy yourself there, my man, Thomas.
Will do. And I didn't know that SoFi is not that far from LAX.
No. Right, SoCal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stadium look like a spaceship from outer space.
Yeah, it is. Actually, when you fly in, you see it. And when I came in last year, it was nighttime, and they had the TV screen on top of it going. You know, it's a sight to see. I want to go to a game out there eventually. All right. Well, let me check in with Brian Green. Brian, what's up, Brian?
What up, Mark? What's going on, man? How's everybody doing?
Probably about this time in 2 weeks.
What's up, Brian?
Somebody's got some
I think
noise.
That's Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas.
Oh, let me unmute.
Okay.
Let me mute.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody?
Brian. Hey, man.
Brian, about this time in 2 weeks, we'll be pulling into Dallas.
Yeah, Mark, just real quick. I mean, how you getting all your stuff down there?
What do you mean I'm getting the stuff?
Spackle and all that.
Well, spackle and stuff we'll buy down there, but you know that,
that's what I figured. You could just buy everything down there.
You know the RV has all that storage up underneath of it.
Just curious.
Yeah,
how you're doing that. Now, did you buy the RV? You renting it?
Oh, you think I roll with that kind of money?
I don't know, man.
Jobu Shop. We actually we rented one. We're renting one going down there.
Let me know what's up if you need it. Let me know.
But yeah, most of my tools and stuff are in like smaller toolboxes. I mean, I ended up going to Puerto Rico on an airplane and taking like a trunk with tools and stuff.
Really?
But yeah, I mean, when we went to the Hall of Fame,
just
we
curious.
Had so much stuff.
I know this is kind of, it's going to be a big operation. We're going to have to go to Home Depot or something when we get there.
Oh yeah, well that's where all the materials we'll buy there. The main thing is I have my portable table saw and miter saw and all that stuff and hammers and safety glasses. But we got it covered. The only thing I need is for you to make it to here. I get everything else covered from that point.
Yeah, that's good. I'll come down on Friday and just let me know what time you want me, and we'll have a blast.
There we go. All right, so it's almost comical to me with the Eagle fans, the talking heads and everything out there that have literally said that the Cowboys are ass, right? Oh, there's Vado. What's up, Vado? How you doing, man?
What's up?
Brian, Pato, ¿cómo está?
Tom?
How are you?
We're doing pretty good. We're making it day by day, just taking it one day at a time. So,
can you extra the screen?
I didn't get that one. Sorry, Vado.
Can you extra the screen? Can you extra the screen?
Oh,
sounds like he's saying, "Can he cook?"
Can he cook?
I'm hungry, so I don't know.
Well,
maybe he's not saying that.
He's saying, "Can I talk to you after the stream?"
Oh, after the stream, definitely. Just stay after
Thanks,
we kill
Stacey.
it. After we kill it, just stay on the line here for it. I'm sorry, Vado. I was sitting here thinking this morning. We got the Eagle fans that seem to have revisionist history here, and they believe that they now are the greatest thing since sliced cheese. And I'm just looking at our division and where we stand, right? I don't know that – I know we've probably taken a step or two back, but I don't know that we've taken that far a step back as they think we do. Okay, let's just kind of go through categories here. Quarterback. Who's got the best quarterback in the division? I know we're all homers. So Eagle fans, just be cool.
Listen, that's where it starts and stops, is with the quarterback.
Right.
If you do not have a good quarterback, it's game over for you. Unless you have such a supporting cast, a la Trent Dilfer, a la Nick Foles, and you get hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it's off-season hype, Mark, and welcome to the hype show. I'm sitting with off to my left here. I'm having a little gathering. A bunch of Eagles fans are hanging out here. It is hype city down here, and I'm not buying it. I think they're going to be good. They're going to win 10 games, but I don't think they're going to beat us for the division. I think it's a lot of hype, Mark, and that's what everybody wants to see Dallas gets knocked off.
Well,
I don't think
right now there's the love fest for Washington for Carson Wentz now. Everybody's saying, "Oh, he's so likable. He's so this. He's so that," and I'm kind of like, yeah, but he's still Carson Wentz. The last time he really had a great season was the 2017 season, right? That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, I was shocked what happened last year in Indy. That was his quarterback coach in Philly. Or, you know, and the fact that they let him go, that's pretty telling.
And signed Nick Foles.
Yeah, exactly.
That was crazy.
Listen, the Eagles were in on the Nick Foles conversation, and he chose to go with Indy. So how sold? Why would you bring Nick Foles back to Philly if you're that sold on Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
Eagle fly.
Eagle fly, Eagle.
Yep. It fly, Eagles fly. There you go. Nate, who is an Eagle.
We could all admit that they're going to be a better team.
Oh,
Eagles
I
are going to
agree.
be a lot better. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the fact that they're going to run away with the division, they're going to beat us twice. They haven't beaten us in 3 years.
But this was so funny to me because, you know, I was kind of breaking this down earlier today, and I was saying that, you know, well, the Cowboys, you know, I don't think we're taking that big a step back. And an Eagle fan said, you know, the fact that, or excuse me, let me make sure I phrase this right because I don't want to lie on an Eagle fan. But he said that the Cowboys proved that they can't beat elite teams. And I was like, so you're admitting that your team is not an elite team then, right? You're basically saying your team sucked because they took care of business against you guys twice, right?
Yeah, just whoop them up, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we scored like 91 points, 92 points. And even with this whole thing of, you know, the Cowboys and the NFC, that they're falling behind, we only lost 2 games in the NFC. We were 9-2. We lost to Tampa and the Cardinals by a total of 5 points. That's not exactly the worst record in the conference. And to look at Matthew Stafford, who was tied with Trevor Lawrence for the most interceptions, 17, they end up losing Von Miller and probably Odell Beckham. We don't think that they're going to take a step back being a Super Bowl hangover?
You look in the NFC, and you know you're going to have to deal with Tampa, and you're going to have to deal with the Rams. But we can't sit here today and say the Rams are better than they were when they won the Super Bowl. I would say they're not.
Yeah, I can't say that Green Bay is better. Losing Devontae Adams, you know,
exactly
as bad as it was for us to lose Amari Cooper was 868 yards of the offense. Devontae Adams was over 1,500 yards of their offense.
Yeah, are you guys noticing, and ladies, Stacy, are you guys everybody noticing how Amari now is this? Don't get me wrong, he was a great receiver. Right. But he only had 800 and some yards last year. He missed multiple games, and we still won 12. Yeah. So, you know, when we had Amari, he didn't get the credit for being a good receiver. Now that Amari's gone, we suck. We have no receiving.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case.
I mean, Dalton Schultz
Mark said often, we didn't win with you, so you know what I mean?
But I will say,
you know,
and I was negative last weekend, but Jerry Jones's mouth is annoying me lately. He did not have to come out and say that that we're better off at receiver, because as of right now we're not better off at receiver. We don't know that CD can step into that number one. We all believe he can.
You look a little thicker.
What up, Cowboy Nation?
You know what I mean?
What's up, Rock?
What's up?
Rock, 2 weeks from right now,
that smoker ready.
We'll be pulling into Dallas 2 weeks from today.
I just came back from catering. I cooked a lot of Spanish food. Like what I've been doing last week. How do I flip this?
Well, we're definitely going to be looking forward to that. Oh, look at that
nice.
smoker. Damn,
yeah, I'm not done with it.
About repainting it.
Yeah, it's still painting it, but this side, like everything else, is done.
Ooh.
This side I'm painting. I welded the star on it, so I'm just painting it.
Nice.
Somebody told me to do something. And that whole trailer is going to be gray.
That's a 500-gallon oil tank converted into a smoker. That's a big-ass smoker right there, dog. That is sweet. Wow. Damn.
And Rock, you said you're about an hour away from Plano?
Yeah.
Smoke some Eagles.
About like hour, maybe like 20 minutes.
I didn't realize we were going to Plano. I have. I don't really talk to them, but I have a lot of family in Plano on my father's side. But it's so far removed. But yeah, that's awesome.
Do you want to talk to him? That's the bigger question.
Yeah, I just haven't, been in contact with them for years and years. I'm just saying. I did go visit in the early '90s. Me and my brother, we went to a few games in Dallas. It's interesting that we're going back to Plano because that's the one place I am familiar with.
Okay, well, good. Glad you're familiar with it then.
Just to give you a picture of the smoker, so you see that. But my son's idea was to take the player's number and spray blue on it everywhere. So it's gonna be the players' numbers everywhere.
Oh wow, that's gonna be cool.
Man, that's a commitment because with as much as we switching people with 1-year contracts, I don't know.
Well, you can always get some more paint.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And there's certain
1-year contracts.
Right over it.
Just don't put names with it. Don't put names with it.
Yeah.
There you go.
No names.
We end up getting 5th-round draft picks for him 2 years later.
Yeah, then they switch the numbers to the number. I'm like, oh my god, well you letting me buy a dang jersey? I swear, man.
Yeah, speaking of switching numbers, how about Jalen Smith? How much did he pay for that number 9? For about
for
4 or
not
5
even
games?
a full season. Yeah.
Just for you in the eyeball.
I know, right?
So people be like, "Why you got number 9? Is that Jalen Smith?" No, it's Tony Romo.
So maybe that was the kiss of death for him, was actually taking Romo's number. Okay, so back to the original premise. Okay, so we're all in agreement. Even I had an Eagle fan that we have the quarterback, right? That we definitely head and shoulders above everybody else have the quarterback, right? All right.
Yeah,
let's go to running back.
Yeah, there's no debate.
All right, I know the Eagles had the number 1 rushing offense, but if you take Jalen Smith out of there, I don't know if they are as good. I think
each one of those guys in the division have one good running back. I don't think they have 2 or 3,
You're going to make it 6.
I would say that as a running back, tandem, we definitely have the best one in our division. Antonio Gibson had 35 yards more than Zeke, but Zeke actually averaged 0.2 of a yard more per carry than he did with a tore PCL. So we're now saying that the Cowboys have the best quarterback, best running back combination, right?
I think I'm getting like a fan in the thing, so I'm not really getting half of what you're saying.
Yeah, is that me or is that somebody else? Or
it's my boy group.
Okay, let me try again, Primetime. Am I clear now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. It sounded like I was getting it. It may be that I was turning my head away from the mic.
Yeah, it was somebody else.
Or somebody else was blaring through. All right, so if we're talking about running back, quarterback, we've got those. Wide receiver. Do we see anybody in the division that's better than CeeDee Lamb?
Nobody that I would go to. I would not want to throw to anybody else with the game on the line. So, I mean, even with CeeDee Lamb, even CeeDee Lamb is going against CeeDee Lamb. I'm sorry. Right now, him going against who he was for the past couple of years, he needs to step up. And so he's talking all the right things.
He needs to cut down on the drops.
And I think that's what it is, the focus. I think the focus is, he can catch the ball. We all know that. He can catch it one-handed. He can do all that stuff. He just needs to stay focused in those games. I think that's the lack of focus. That's all it is.
What I'm excited about CD is I think CD is going to excel being the number 1 guy.
I think so, too.
He is always used to being the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
Everywhere he's been, high school to college, he was the number 1 guy. Now he's stepping in. I don't know if you guys have heard any of his interviews. He's very excited. He's pretty confident. So maybe that's what he needed. Maybe he's out of the older brother, shadow.
He looks thicker. He looks a little thicker.
Well,
I don't know about you, but I'm hearing everybody's gaining, like 20 pounds of muscle. Not him. I know he said he put on 10 pounds. That's a little much. I don't know about 20 pounds of muscle.
Well, CD, I'll be honest with you. CD is on the thin side. He can put 10 pounds on that body and be okay.
10,
he is very, very thick. So when we saw him a couple of months ago, I was like, damn, he is really.
He could eat a big meal and probably put on 5.
What's up, Sheila Neal and Bobby Ice? What's up? Okay, so we say we got the best receiver, we got the best quarterback, and the best running back combination. All right, how about offensive line? I can't say that we're the best offensive line.
No, I wouldn't give
Mark.
it.
Yes.
No.
Hey, the thing with all that is going to be can Kellen Moore used improperly?
That's what I was getting at.
Well, that's the big question: is can
Kellen
Moore call it?
CD Lamb at slot receiver, and because if they try to put him on the outside, I don't think that's going to work out. I think he's better as a slot receiver when they move him around. If they try to keep him in one position, it's easier for people to isolate him.
True on that.
Back inside.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Move him around.
Well, that and let's not be predictable too. Okay, this is where we need to be a little bit more dynamic. The Cowboys have always kind of seemed like they've had the philosophy of, we can beat you and you know what we're doing, and we're not disguising anything. I mean, they have to be a little bit better at disguising some of this stuff, using more motion, using different formations, and so on. And I would hope that Kellen Moore realizes that his ass is on the hot seat as well.
I think you got some good receivers in the sense that, like, I think before you had each receiver kind of brought a different element, which was great.
Yeah.
But I think, like we're talking about, obviously, CD Lamb in the slot. What happens if you put James Washington in the slot? What happens if you put Gallup in the slot? What happens if you put any of these really guys in the slot? These guys are all kind of made for the slot, too, as well. Some of them, Gallup is an amazing sideline guy. I think that's what really kind of shocks me, because he doesn't seem like he'd be a guy that, but he works the sideline so beautifully, with that toe drag swag.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, and then you got, obviously, James Washington. He does bring a little bit different kind of element, but I don't know.
Got the show on.
Somebody's got a mute.
So if you got the show on, make sure you mute it while in between. And I think James Washington brings a little bit of an edge to him too.
I'm excited about this whole June 1st thing. I think there's something coming around the corner here with the whole, because we're getting another $10 million with the Lyle Collins release.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm like crossing my fingers that something's about to happen. Beginning of June.
Like a trade.
Something is going to happen. Listen, where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't see it. I don't really believe it, but if I had one dream going forward, I would love to get Debo Samuel. I don't think it's going to happen, but there's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of smoke right now.
For me. I like DK Metcalf.
And I like Debo, but just everything that's coming out, what Debo's doing, there's some smoke there. And let's wait and see in the next 2 days what happens. I mean, I don't think they're going to do anything with Debo just because of our situation and what we invested, but
who knows? Jerry Jones might make a move and say, "The heck with it." Do like he did when he got Deion Sanders.
I just feel like something's coming.
I'm the owner. I'm gonna call the shot.
Because we get that money. We get that, what, $10 million, Mark? Is that what we get?
Yeah, well, it's not so much the money, but it's the draft picks. The draft picks that would go with it, though, too. Holy moly!
At some point, we need to invest to actually win something.
I need to hold on. I need to go get me a hot wing right here. Shout out to Terry Lee with the super chat. And Terry, I tell you what, with that super chat, we're gonna put another extra print in there for you for your shop. Shout out to you for the $100 super chat for the trip. That will definitely help get us down the road. I appreciate you. Debo, I mean, I can do a conspiracy theory on there, but, you're probably talking about a hell of a lot of capital. You're talking about, a number one and then
a 1 and a 3. I would do it, Mark.
You'd do it?
I would do a 1 and a 3 for Debo now.
I would. A 1 and a 3,
now.
I would.
A 1 and a 3. He ain't going to get more than a 1 and a 3. I'm just saying.
Debo, though?
I know. I don't think they're going to do it. I just don't. Just looking at the landscape, but I'm telling you, early on in the season, we're going to hurt. It's not going to be pretty.
Okay, so what about like a 1-3-5?
I agree with you. I mean, that it would be a dynamic playmaker. I just don't see Catboy doing that.
I was just voicing my. I've been thinking about it the last couple of days. I've been seeing a lot of smoke.
Him and Dallas, of course.
Yeah, and Dak, and he loves Dak, and. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of dancing around, trying to win and just using draft picks.
I guess
you go give me Debo.
One way you can look at that would be is
with Zeke out there. Would you put him at running back?
All over the place.
Well, you put him when somebody else gets tired. I think, yeah.
I guess in some regard you could look at it and say the reason why they haven't signed anybody else would be is we're saving that money up for that kind of a move.
Too good to be true, but I like it. I mean,
I didn't mean to get off topic. I was just saying something's going to happen. Whether it's Anthony Barr on, he hasn't been re-signed. Maybe it's going to be cheaper than what I thought. Something's going to happen. Something has to happen.
All right, I hear you.
But getting back to the O-line, we don't have the best O-line anymore. I would say Philly has the best O-line.
Philly does. So, it's not, and I would say the Giants have the worst. I don't think Washington is great. I'd say we'd have the
Washington, they lost, what's his name, to San Fran.
Yeah.
So I would probably say we're number 2. So I'll give Philly the
line. If we could, let's just target teams that are not, on the run and just see if we can get their best O-line. Give them a good trade. There you go. Thank you. And let them reboot because I think that's what we need is offensive line.
Well,
so what's
the Cowboys?
What's up with Tyron Smith? Is he out of? They said I heard he was out of practice or something.
Yeah, tightness in the back.
It's Tyron being Tyron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is be the best player at his position, and then he can be on the sideline for 6 games.
He literally is a ticking time bomb, and that's where you kind of hope that they would plan for him. But the guys we brought in the past to back him up from the Cam Flemings, Ty Nsekes, we always end up bringing like third-tier type offensive linemen to be backups for him. I think right now they're at the point of saying we're just going to go with young guys in there. And that's where we're just kind of sitting now. I think they're looking at Josh Ball and what's his name that we drafted from I can't think of his name. Who's actually Let's-Go. Yeah, Let's-Go is actually moving up the depth charts early in the OTAs.
Hey Mark.
Yeah.
This is a question for Mike. Why not Mike is not in the chat with us? He's part of Jobu Shop.
I don't. He just finally came on out. I don't know why.
Mike's in love.
Oh,
yeah, that's
They wonder why you work in the chat. He's out here chilling, enjoying the weather because the weather is literally perfect. Okay, the weather is literally perfect. Gina. It's about 78 degrees, a little breeze out. No mosquitoes. This is like the perfect weather to be outside right now. I forgot how much I love the outdoor set here. All right.
Yeah, I'll be there. You have to give me the tour, Mark.
Oh, definitely.
Bro, I just came from cooking, went to the pool. I'm a little still wet, and it's 80 degrees, so I'm drying out while I'm talking to you guys.
Oh, nice. All right. So far, the only thing we've gotten better than the Cowboys is offensive line for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Tight end.
Well,
who's got the tight end?
I didn't leave almost new. If not,
anybody on the tight end? Are we going to say Dallas Goedert's better than Dalton Schultz?
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm going to say yeah.
I don't.
It's close.
It's really close. I'd probably give. Oh man.
You know what?
Backups then.
Listen, it's close. I would go Goddard. Is simply because looking back, I wanted Goddard over Connor Williams, and Goddard's made Pro Bowl. So, I think he's.
They slipped in front of
him.
But even when I look at Jake Ferguson over Dalton Schultz right now as well too. But I mean, obviously in the depth chart and what he's capable of doing may not be there. But in my view, I think our backup is better than our starter.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
annoyed.
True, but I think Dalton Schultz is going to prove something this year. Why? Because he's on that franchise tag. So he's going to be like, you know what? He just got paid. I need some money. Let me fall out.
I saw Mark's video the other day regarding, and it's true. It's so frustrating. Why can't we be proactive and sign these players before they become free? Because once they're free, now you're bidding against everybody. And at the end of the day, I can't blame a player for going. I can't blame somebody for going to Denver because they're giving them. Listen, you have listen, the average, the average, career span is like what, 3 years tops. So they have to make the money. We should have signed Dalton last year.
I can tell you why. This Jerry Jones likes to do that type of stuff. He'll wait and he'll wait and he'll wait.
Not Jerry, it's Steven. Thinking that they're gonna have get some kind of discount, and
but they could
Steven
Dak. thinking that they wait, they'll feel pressured that we got to get signed or whatever, and they like to play that game.
Yeah, James, I think
but that's why they get played right back. Zeke did what he did, and I don't blame him.
If Schultz can stay healthy, I think he can definitely get 1,000 yards. Just because obviously the offense is tight end friendly. I mean, especially with your receiving core kind of changing a little bit. And
I would just hope, Phil, that at this point, okay, you franchised them, you're paying them 10. It's actually
11
rather cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, if you think that he's the guy, listen, you can have more than one tight end. So if Ferguson works out the way I think he's going to work out, that's fine. We'll deal with that. He's on a rookie deal.
Well, I mean,
sign Schultz to a long-term deal. You bring his cap number down, and that frees up, like Mark says, it's just like moving money, like all around.
Yeah.
Then go out and get a couple pieces that we need.
But now you got Naku getting $14.5 million a year.
You wait for other teams to set the market, and then you're sitting there holding.
And then because right now 10.8 sounds pretty good for that franchise.
What I mean, when you look at the security blanket kind of thing, like Dalton Schultz averages about $600,000 to be his security blanket per game.
You could do it, Eli. You're the chef. You cooked it, you divided it, and put some basil.
Some basil.
There's his. Write down the secret, guys. He's getting on his way.
Okay, somebody's got a lot of background noise. Okay, there we go.
Giving away the secrets.
All right, so just for shits and giggles, Dalton Schultz had 78 receptions for 808 yards, 8 TDs. Dallas Goedert had 830 yards on 56 receptions and 4 TDs. So there's not a whole lot of difference in there. I mean, he clearly got 4 yards more per reception.
They're basically. It's close. I mean, obviously, I'll take Schultz because Dak loves Schultz. But I'm just saying, looking at it outside in, I probably lean towards Goddard.
Okay,
the better blocker.
Definitely. All right, so let me see if I get this straight. We've got Washington with nothing on offense.
Yeah, nothing.
That's number one. We got the Giants with nothing at number one. And we have the Eagles with maybe the best offensive line. And and maybe the tight end, which could be a wash.
See, the Giants are right now with their quarterback is like Jason Garrett's last year here. You're just hoping he's bad enough to where they move on and they don't give him enough hope to stay around, Daniel Jones. So.
Right. Well, definitely.
I'm weird. I think Giants are going to be better. They're not going to be on our level, but
they got to be better with those draft picks.
I think they're going to be better. I like the coach. I think they're going to be a better team. So when I look at like Rich Eisen and these people, predicting the Eagles' schedule, I think for them to say they're going to sweep the Giants, they're out of their mind. The Giants always play them good. So
12
and Rich Eisen has us losing to the Eagles on, what's that, Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. We're going to split with the Eagles. Hopefully we win too.
At worst, split with them. With Dak Prescott, we're 7-3 against the Eagles.
Yeah, Mark, but the Eagles fans will say, well, you're 7-3, but probably 3 of those were at the end of the year when we were resting everybody.
Yeah, okay. All right, whatever.
There's always an excuse.
Yeah, and I tell you what, you got your ass handed to you by Tampa Bay, okay? It wasn't even close, so you resting your players did a whole lot for you. I'll tell you that one. But be that as it may.
Gotta get arrested for the ass whooping.
Yeah, they were talking on the radio yesterday about it, or no, on Friday. They were, really talking about. Well, I think we are really down on Hurts because of the one playoff game, and if you really look at his body of work, no, he had a chance to do something in the playoffs, and he embarrassed himself. So, so this guy, the next time he gets in that situation, what's going to happen? Is he going to embarrass himself? Or, it had nothing to do with not having a number one receiver the way he played. So I don't know what A.J. Brown's going to do.
Did you guys see that video with Tom Brady talking about that? How good our team was?
Yeah, but Tom Brady always talks complimentary of other teams.
No, I know, but that right there, I already think
he always talks shit on the Cowboys.
We're going to win that game. I think we're going to win that game.
I think we got to definitely.
We're beating
Tampa. Book it. We're beating
so.
Tampa game 1. We may lose game 2, but we beating Tampa.
No, I think we'll beat the Bengals too.
I think the Bengals are going to be a one-hit wonder.
I think we'll beat the Bengals too.
I think the Bengals will
Yeah,
be
we're getting off, but I mean, like a little off topic. But yeah, as far as the Bengals, their offensive line was not good.
Yep.
So,
you know, bodyguard.
Yeah, the fact that they did what they did was a miracle.
Oh,
Hey, Mark.
without a doubt. Yeah.
Can I do a shout out?
Sure, go ahead.
Because I can't see the chat. So I want to shout out. I love we.
He's
Dan,
in here
Gina,
firing
everybody out there. I can't see the chat. My bad. Hi to everybody. Yo, but Mark, good thing that what you're doing though, for real. Like me and my wife been talking and the kids, and we're excited at what you've been doing for this whole Stu thing. We've been praying, and it's a good thing, man. That everybody's actually coming together as a family. Cowboy Nation. God bless everyone though. I can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, we'll be there 2 weeks from today. We will be there in Dallas. And Stu could definitely use everybody's prayers. He's having a real hard time right now in the hospital and stuff. He's got all kinds of complications and things. So anybody who has some extra prayers to give, please give them to him. But yeah, we can't wait to get down there and do some stuff. And I'm going to try and see if we can get by and see Vado as well.
Yes.
All right, so back to looking at the teams right now. Defensive line. Who y'all got? Ours has a couple of question marks because of, we don't know how much we'll get from Neville Gallimore coming off of the injury last year, how much OC will step up. We've got unknowns, of course, like Sam Williams and how well Dorrance Armstrong will be, and will D-Law match his mouth. We've got the Eagles with definitely Jordan Davis, and I'm surprised that Jordan Davis's doppelganger's not up in here. They've got Hargrove, who scares me, and an aging Fletcher Cox.
I saw Jordan Davis and Pat Stakes.
They're loaded.
I think I got to give Philly the credit in the sense of the D line, but I still am excited about what we have. I don't want to trade.
Phil, did you see Fletcher Cox last year? Yeah, he is a shell of himself. So they better hope that Jordan Davis.
I think that's good. Just the replacement.
I think
I agree. It's just like the center that they got.
Same thing we were doing with Tyron Smith and replace Tyron Smith.
Eagles have us on the line. We can't sit here and be. Eagles are a better offensive line than we are. Just that's
true. Offensive line, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say that our offensive line is still a question mark. One, we don't know how long we got Tyron Smith.
And I think that's the main word is potential, and it sucks when you have to say that. It's like you see it.
I'm hearing that Farniok is really doing good at center. So, Tyler Biadasz is, he better get stronger or whatever that he needs to do to keep the pressure off of Dak.
If we were talking about defensive line, the one guy I was hearing about that obviously everybody's on that same cutting block with it, and I can't help but hear about is Tristan Hill.
Yeah,
I'm hearing that he's the fastest off the ball. You're hearing these things and you're just like, really?
I think he's the one that's going to get hit.
Mark's got it right. It's Tristan Hill. It's Quentin Bohannon, and it's
I think Ridgeway makes it.
Neville Gallimore?
No, who's the other guy that got from Houston, Mark?
Carlos Watkins.
Carlos Watkins?
Watkins. Those three are battling it out for one spot. That's just everybody else makes it unless there's injury.
Yep. I agree with you on that one. But I think Carlos Watkins stays because of the experience.
Because he has a contract, right?
Yeah, but I think Tristan Hill is the one that they get rid of. Say it again, my man, Cortez.
You want to have Bohanna and the 5th round pick. They're going to be on one step.
Ridgeway?
Yeah.
Ridgeway, yeah. And Tristan Hill, I like Tristan Hill, but I do agree. I think he's going to be cut.
He's going to be a Raider.
He's going to be a Raider. I think
that's where they all go.
Yeah, Phil's right. There's going to be some trades, I think. There has to be.
he'll get cut, and he'll be one of the vets on our practice squad.
No, he's going to get a job somewhere. Yeah,
somebody will pick him up. Yeah,
but I tell you,
we hold on to everybody in camp until, knock on wood, nobody gets hurt. If somebody gets hurt, then everything changes.
Yeah. Well, that's what saved him last year was because Neville Gallimore got hurt.
I mean, Tristan came in because what's his name? The defensive coordinator. Yeah, was
Marinelli.
Rod Marinelli.
Yeah. Rod Marinelli was pounding the desk saying, "I want," because Rod Marinelli doesn't want any blue chip talent. He wants somebody that's been knocked, dinged up, or the character.
I need something to go with my tacos.
And right, exactly.
But you know what the Cowboys always do with the second round pick.
The Eagles got more on the D line. I think they're more top heavy, or they're front.
They're ready to stop the run.
He's a little bigger.
Their starters,
bigger.
Their potential starters look better.
And their secondary, they're trying to beat up their secondary too.
Bradbury ain't nothing. That's what cracks me up. Bradbury got toast. He was. I mean, I think you call him toast last year. He got beat up so much.
Definitely.
Decent.
Well, you can't tell Eagles fans. They'll say, "Oh, I know that going to be the next." Brian Dawkins.
When I saw them excited about the sign, I was like, "Really? You guys just had the worst corner on the Giants that they released, and you're excited about that? Like you're excited about that?"
Yeah. Do you saw what CD did to him last year? Without Amari Cooper?
Exactly.
And it was more than just the one.
Hold on for a second here. Hold on for a second. Cowboys for life.
He's a good player. Is he a $10 million a year player? No, he's not.
Hold on for 1 second here. Cowboys for life looks like he's ready to pull out his Barry White voice and say, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" Look, he lay it up there trying to look all sexy. What?
Hey, I did my job. I got twins.
Look at my man.
Now we know how you got
"Hey,
there.
baby, let me pour you a drink." Look at
now you in trouble. Now you in trouble now.
Boy. Yes, Roland. Stacy,
10 years old, so.
Where are you, Stacy? You calling Tracy? Are you texting Tracy right now? Okay. All right. Terrell Pinckney, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. How are you?
Every time I see him, I swear, I'm like, Earl Thomas is on. I'm like,
there you go.
Yeah, exactly. Earl Thomas.
I'm doing great, man. I'm enjoying the weather, enjoying hanging out with you guys
charge.
and all that.
Yeah, I was all like, are you videoing from jail?
Okay, so to me, I think we're going to have the best defensive line we've had since probably 2007. I think across the board that we are.
You got depth.
We've got depth. And
what's exciting is they're all coming off of, especially Osa and Gallimore. He had the bad injury. They have finally got past their college, being not very strong. They're in the program.
Yep.
It's going to be exciting.
Golston. I mean, that's the one.
That's crazy, Phil. I heard that he put that kind of weight on. I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to hold his speed.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it on video.
Well, potentially, I think we have a really good, athletic, quick, get-to-quarterback defensive line like we haven't had. We've had great defensive ends, but usually we're soft in the middle. But looking at Neville Gallimore and looking at Osa is still a little bit light. He's 6'2". He was like 280 last year. I don't know how much weight he's put on this year. He's really more of like a Tyrone Crawford that's more athletic and stronger. He's kind of a tweener. But he's got such good hands that he can get separation and get away from guys. The thing is, we will have speed to get after the quarterback. A lot of speed.
Waves of talent that's going to be able to come in. It's not like we need to get a breather and we got to hold our breath that we got a player in there that is just going to hold. Now we got dogs. Osa got the job done. Your film breakdown was right on point. He got penetration even as being undersized.
Oh, definitely.
I think somebody on that D line is going to have a Trayvon Diggs like year.
I think that's going to be Neville Gallimore. I think that's going to be Neville Gallimore. I really do.
Speaking of Trayvon, I'm just tired of him getting all the. It's just annoying how we got to hear how he's not this. He's the worst. He gives up the most. He's got. Come on, he had what? How many interceptions did he have last year? 11?
But I bet you if we
13?
traded him and he went somewhere else, somebody'd say, "Oh, man, he's the best. That's how people are, man. They like that. They're good when they leave us, but when they're with us, they ain't shit. Excuse my language, but true.
Well,
that's
all right.
So, I said the same thing. What you just said.
Give me a
like
guy who's going to take the ball away.
Like, oh, Amari Cooper, man, he's going to have a big year because, but when he was with us, Amari Cooper.
He was garbage.
Yeah, okay, right? So who do you guys want? You want Byron
Amari
Jones,
Cooper,
or do you want a guy who's going to take the ball away? Give me a guy who's going to take the ball away.
There you go.
That was my problem with Byron, was that I loved Byron, and he was amazing at just swatting that ball away, which is a good compliment for a guy that can take the ball away. Which
if you had Byron with Trayvon, then I'm all on board. But we can't afford that.
No. I agree with that one. All right, so defensive line, we're going to give that to the Eagles, right?
I'm not, but
right now,
I'm not.
But I think something's gonna happen on that Eagles line. They're all getting all hyped up, but something's gonna happen.
Okay, all right. Edge rushers.
Now, listen, Mark. How can we give them the defensive line when our defense was rated a hell of a lot higher than theirs?
Oh, I agree.
Exactly. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not giving them the defensive line.
Okay, so
they have the names and they're running their mouth. Just because they're the loudest person in the room doesn't mean they're the best.
Okay. All right. Well, here's my problem with our defensive line from last year is we couldn't stop the run.
Nope.
Okay.
In the playoffs, Mark, but I think during the season there was many times I was excited. Our guys were earning the line of scrimmage. It was only later in the season that we gave up that.
Well, again, I look at it as it's still a lot of unknowns because a lot of the guys that played down the stretch, Tristan Hill only played, I think, 5 games or 6 games coming back from the ACL. Neville Gallimore played 4 games on there. I mean, early on we had Brett Urban was one of the big guys and Carlos Watkins and stuff. So it's really a totally revamped defensive line. It's totally different from where we started last year. So to me, there are still some unknowns. I think potentially it's going to be really, really good because I did a breakdown. I haven't made it live yet of Sam Williams. And seeing how tenacious that guy is. I
forgot about Sam Williams. Mark.
I forgot all about him.
With Sam Williams, seeing him taking on double teams with the guard and the tackle and standing them up at the point of attack, I'm just like, this guy is a super freak. I mean, seriously.
Who starts week 1 opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence?
I think it's Sam
Williams.
Williams.
D. Williams, I think.
You think
Sam
D.
Williams? Yeah.
Gotta be D. Williams.
You never know, man. With how
it might be Dorrance.
It could
be. It's going to take a couple games.
I'm actually going to say that on defensive end, that it may end up being that Dante Fowler is actually
from each guy, the depth.
Yeah. Now think about
Echoing.
Oh, somebody's echoing. Okay.
Echoing.
Yeah, somebody's echoing.
Somebody's echoing.
I hope that it's not me. The thing that's going to be interesting on that defense is still, as we talk about the defensive line, is how they use Micah Parsons. And when you think about Jerry Jones saying, I want me another Micah Parsons. When you look at some of the rushing from the college films and stuff, and check it out, I'll make it live after this live stream. When you look at how Sam Williams rushes, it reminds you a lot of Micah Parsons. And if you end up having, like, let's say you just take Micah Parsons and put him on the outside of D-Law or the outside of Sam Williams, a quarterback's going to shit his pants. I mean, seriously. He is going to shit his pants.
Well,
and for you to be able to take Micah Parsons and move him around, that's going to be intimidating, the amount of speed that defensive line is going to have. I'm echoing? Okay, let me see. Let me double check here.
You're probably echoing from someone else's feed.
Yeah, it could be if somebody has me on their background. Because I wasn't echoing at first, was I?
No. It's very well.
Double check and make sure
it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I kind of really think though, we're gonna just do a repeat. We're gonna have like a same year we did last year. That's what I think.
No, it shouldn't be. I don't have any web cameras on, so.
It's good now. I don't hear nothing
Yeah,
now.
it's good. I don't hear
I hear it
nothing.
now.
Yeah,
I think
we're good to
somebody
go.
must have had me on in the background there.
I know Cowboy for Life had a little bit of background,
Yeah.
but I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah, so
Cowboy for life. It's echoing.
I don't think I'm echoing.
Yeah, you're good now.
yeah, we're good. Okay, cool.
Anyway, yeah, so it's close with the defensive line. I'm not going to give it to the Eagles. I mean, if you want to give it on name because they went out and got Jordan Davis, that's fine. You know,
Giving them benefit of the doubt, they have more people that have been kind of proven, I would say. But again, I think when you look at what Dan,
they're going to have
did,
Hargrave, the Cox. They're going to have the dude they got from Indy, who's from Temple University.
Yeah,
that's the one move I really like. The D end. Or no, Arizona. He was with Arizona. Who did they get? Help me out. Somebody.
I want to say it was Hargrave. I think that was right.
No,
the linebacker from Georgia that they got.
I know
they got
But he's on Reddick.
Reddick.
Yeah,
Hassan Reddick.
But
yeah, I really like that move.
Season,
that was a good move.
Yeah. So I mean, okay.
You're probably still gonna have Nick Barnett. Like
this is one of those things, Mark. We're gonna give it to them, but we're gonna end up being the best,
being the better one.
defensive line.
Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with.
That's fine. Let's give them stuff because they haven't earned shit. So let's just give it to them.
Okay, edge rushers. We got D-Law, we have Micah Parsons, we have Sam Williams, and everything else. Washington, who knows what Chase Young will be when he comes back.
I think they'll be better, don't you?
I think we'll definitely be better because you think about the first half of the season.
Chase Young is a good ball player. He shit the bed last year, but he's good.
Who's the other guy alongside Chase Young? What's his name?
Allen?
Yeah.
No, the other
Montez
guy.
Sweat?
Well, he had Allen. Martez Sweat. Sweat, right. Sweat. That's right.
Sweat. Yeah, they're pretty scary duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the good sweat. The Eagles got the shitty sweat.
There you go. Everything in Philly is shitty. All right. Okay. Linebackers.
Nah, we got that.
We got linebackers. The problem with us is depth.
Yeah, we
have the best linebacker.
More of an outside linebacker than he is.
They definitely improved their linebacking core. I'm not going to take it away from them, but I mean, it's what we got also. Yeah, you got Dean, but we got a Clark. We got something to counter what you got as well too in the linebacking stuff. And we still, obviously they had room that they could have even just blown this out of the water by getting a guy like Wagner, but they just dropped the ball on that one. But I still got to put it on our core as the linebacking superior.
Somebody's asking, is that Mark Colombo up there for Cowboys for Life? Come on, man. All right. Okay. Secondary. We get a lot of flack on our secondary, we
got the better secondary.
But we definitely, I can't say that we do. I mean, how can you not say that we do?
Anthony Brown, he's good, but he's just inconsistent. But
he's a 6th-round draft pick. But he's great for a 6th-round draft pick.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets burnt, but then there's other times he comes back and he plays well.
Comes back, yeah, exactly.
All right, safeties.
I love our safeties.
Yeah.
I'm liking our safeties compared to past couple of years where it's always been a problem.
Oh, my God.
I'm really liking the safety room, man. Like, Bell, I mean, how can you not get excited about Bell?
Bell is excited. I told you about Bell 2 weeks ago. Bell.
And that's the thing is, like, you put a young. That's what I wanted last year. Would put a young guy in that core of guys that were there. Hooker, you got Curtis, you got to learn from. Have that one young guy that can learn from that group. And man, now you got a good one right there. So
and Hooker being a year removed from his Achilles.
Oh, he's healthy. He's a beast.
Yeah, and let's not forget, he's going into the season at 29 years old. He's in his prime. It's not like he's old. He seems like he's an older kid. He's not. He's young. He's in his prime.
Even the guy on the very bottom of that totem pole, Wilson, is somebody to get excited about.
We're all forgetting about Wilson, and he's in a contract here.
Okay, so John Paul says Diggs, Lamb, Dak, and Parsons are 4 of the Cowboys' best players. Against San Francisco, all 4 were nullified, shut down, Teams too legit. Okay.
Well, listen, it comes down to our O-line play.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that you did, Mark. I watched one of your videos where you showed
ass kissing is
Elliott
appreciated.
not having any room to run. When you get the ball and you're already looking at the D linemen that have already penetrated your O-line.
You got
I don't understand. I don't know what you expect him to do.
Well, for those who out there, they say, "Oh, Tony Pollard should start." If Tony Pollard is going in against those same holes that weren't there, his body's not going to hold up. If you look at all of his runs, his big runs, almost all of them are outside, and he's used in different in a different package. Go ahead, Terrell.
Yeah, all his runs are like you said were outside, dude.
Yeah,
you get a few tackles. By the time you run the ball, the D lineman's already there.
Yeah,
I love that they complement each other. That's my biggest thing. Like, I love one with the other. Like,
exactly.
Peanut butter and jelly to me. It's just, really, they're good together.
And see, the other thing, too, is, and people say, oh, he needs to carry the load and get 25. You become less effective the more times you carry the football. I would like him to have the ball more. I would love for him to be in the backfield, and we were in 12 personnel, and we end up going empty backfield and putting him in motion or splitting him out and shifting him and things. That this offense needs to stop being so damn predictable and stop, and realize we want to go where they're not going to be. Too many times we're just like man on man. We're just
Zeke.
Yeah, and Zeke, I'm going to say Zeke is going to have a better
15 to 18 carries.
Yeah, that's where you want him to be, and if you do that, he's going to be effective.
Yeah, you don't want to DeMarco Murray those guys.
Oh no, where you ran him.
But I heard that they're working on a deal, which I had said after this year that he would do a team-friendly deal.
Yeah,
it may happen before the end of the year, which would even bring more money. Zeke's fine.
Yeah.
Zeke, anybody that is a Dallas fan that's honest, Zeke is not the problem. He's just not.
The offensive line, but
he was to be a Cowboy for us.
I think so too. I think he wants to be a Cowboy.
And
he's going to be a Cowboy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'll say this about Zeke though. Everybody can say what they want to say. Oh, Zeke took his money, but no, he played every game last year hurt.
With a torn PCL.
That's what people don't realize.
James, he didn't have to do that. He shouldn't have done that, but he did.
He wanted to prove his worth. That's what I'm saying. People are
and he's a devastating runner and blocker. So Zeke ain't going nowhere. So let's just hope that we can keep Pollard. If not, we're gonna have to draft somebody else.
But you know what bugs me still though. Okay, I'm sorry. People still say, it was just the quarterback. If your quarterback had played better, let me ask you this: how many of those penalties where the Cowboys had led the league? How many penalties of those were on Dak Prescott?
None.
Because in that playoff game, we had 13 freaking penalties.
Yeah,
13.
We had our O-line didn't know what the hell they were doing. They were false starting. You had
Connor.
You had Randy Gregory in the backfield half the time.
Yeah.
You had Connor Williams getting penalties.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of guys.
He was the main problem.
Well, you had 14 with Connor Williams.
They out-physicaled us that game. Oh, that's why everything that we're doing is to get back to that.
Being physical.
That
physical.
That mean, nasty, physical,
mean
in
machine.
the huddle. Yeah.
But here's what's crazy. When you think about this, Connor Williams had 14 penalties. You had Badish with 9 penalties, and you had Lyle Collins in 10 games with 9 penalties. That's a hell of a lot.
I hear certain Cowboy experts, insiders, YouTubers saying how great Lyle was. Lyle was, really good 2 years ago. That Lyle's long gone.
You can look at from the time Lyle had to come back out on the field when Tyron Smith went down, they put Terrence Steele on the other side. The offensive line was shit from that point forward. Once we took Steele off of the right tackle, the offense was never the same. The line wasn't. And that's a fact.
That's true.
And before we were playing clown with the offensive line.
That's true. Yeah, we weren't switching it around on the offensive line.
Yeah, right. And after, After Tyron Smith got hurt that first time, we just kept switching because we ended up.
Yeah, right now that's where I'm concerned with.
I don't want to switch. I want people to stay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm concerned with Lyle goes down.
But I heard
what
also
do we
in
do?
practice in the OTAs when they took Terrell when Tyron Smith came off because of the back.
It was Waletzko.
Waletzko came in, and played amazing. So it's like, maybe that's where I thought maybe Josh Ball. I like that move though because I think he's more of a left tackle than Josh Ball is.
It may be.
Hey, if that works out, then
great.
You might have to just get both of them over there because honestly, if you got Tyron Smith going out, you're gonna need the other one to back up the other one as soon as he goes in. So,
and I hope they don't start screwing up with Tyler Smith and saying, "Oh, you're going to be guard." And tackle,
please no, please no. I'll be honest. Out of all their top draft picks, our first round pick scares me the most only because of his film. If you look at his film, it's really good and it's shaky at times. So that's the one. So let's just leave him at guard, please. Let's leave him at guard.
Leave him there.
Agreed.
But who's going to be a swing tackle?
Man, we shouldn't have swing tackles. That's the problem. But yes, you're gonna have some. I think it's those two guys. I think it's Josh Ball and Matt Waletzko.
Yeah,
I think those are the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's two words on this team that nauseates me more than anything, and that's position flex.
Yeah,
let's worry about position flex, and let's get a guy who's good at their position. Yeah,
there you go.
And have good depth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need a left tackle. Give me a left tackle.
Earlier? My bad. No, you were saying earlier or a second ago about this team wanting to be more physical. And the offensive coordinator be more physical with his play call. Because you can get all the physical guys you want up front, but if your offensive coordinator is constantly having your O-line drop back, pass protect, and they're not being able to beat physical, it don't matter.
You're right. I mean, even the gadget plays that they run. I mean, that's not power football.
No.
That's
But think about it, though, I'm not sure we had a physical offensive line there. Connor Williams was good enough that he could start, but I'm not going to say that he was a physical guy that really could just pound you. Too many times you'd see him just kind of lifted up and driven right back into Dak's lap. And the same thing with Tyler Badish. Now, Zach Martin, he was physical. Terrence Steele kind of was. When Tyron Smith is healthy, he is.
In my opinion, Cam Moore going to be physical.
Yeah, exactly.
Votto,
yeah. Our problem was we had Tyler Biotish and Connor Williams, and then when Tyron went out, then it was they were gaining the line of scrimmage. Dak was having to shoot out. It was ugly. That's why. That's the one good thing that Tyler Smith does. He is a mauler in the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Good. He's physical.
Yes.
Very physical.
Yes. Very physical.
Yep.
And my brother used to play football with him, so I know a little bit about him.
How'd you learn about him?
Yeah.
My brother played football with him.
Your brother played football with him?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He played football with him. That's right. He played with him.
That's, wow.
He's from Fort Worth.
Well, let's just hope that he can play guard. Leave him at guard. And let's hope Tyron stays healthy. If Tyron stays healthy, then I'm sorry, Philly, it's a wrap.
I mean, they haven't even started, man, and he's like, oh,
yeah, I know. That was frustrating. He's already. I mean, it's OTAs, but that's what we do, right? That's what we're here to do. Is to look at what they're doing.
Usually this time of year, he's still in California rehabbing an injury to begin with.
Right.
He's usually not even at OTAs. So the fact that he's at least in the building
let's not get too worked up about it, but it's just we know he's going to miss games.
Yeah.
I think they did it on purpose. I think that was just unique compared these other rookies come in and see what they can do. Cause he don't need that many touches.
I think so too. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to see what the rookies are gonna have to do because he's gonna eventually miss some games. It's true.
Yep.
Yeah, so where we at, Mark?
Well, hold on. I have to address this. I always have to get the idiot comments from time to time. Ian Mike says Dak and Dink is not an elite quarterback, and
Dak and Dink
and T is a fact, 100%. That's what it says.
Watch the game. And
Dak and Dink is not an elite quarterback, and T is a fact.
Okay.
So
you mean Hurts and Dink? That's what he means.
Yeah. You're watching the wrong game, brother.
So
that's where I see the connection between Hurts and the Brown connection is that it has to be shorter passes. I think yeah, it'll be there, but I think it'll be shorter passes, and I think he'll have to work for his yardage, and that's where can he stay healthy enough to gain a lot of yardage. So yeah, I think that connection will be there, but that's where you're going to see the dink and dunks and stuff. And so is he a dink and dunk type quarterback? No, if the offense is running and all of a sudden you're dropping it to the running back, is that you're being safe. Tom Brady does that. He won all those Super Bowls and everybody calls him smart.
Exactly.
He's all of a sudden, that's his whole offense. That's all he does.
If Tom Brady does it, he's a genius.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, for me, the biggest key for our offense is we still need to be able to run the football.
Run the ball.
I know everybody is always in love with the passing and attack and all that, but you still need.
Who's the number one quarterback in the league on play action? Anybody have the answer? I do.
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Exactly.
But I think you're right.
And that's
Brian.
not me as a Dallas fan. That's a fact.
Yep.
I think you're right, Brian, in the sense of Tyler Smith. Yeah, he's great for our running game. The concern is obviously the passing game.
Exactly. His hand placement, his holding penalties. That's why moving him out
see
to
you tonight
left
there, James.
would be a nightmare in his first season. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, we need to establish going early because when we establish going early, we offense is way better than our passing game.
That's true. When they run the ball, we're way
Yep.
better.
Yeah, when they run the ball, yep.
But think about Tony Romo's best year. DeMarco Murray was beasting. You could play action. You could, it took some of the pressure off of them. Kept teams on their toes. And that's what we have to get to. People don't seem to understand that the second half of the season, we just were not good at being able to run the football. And Dak was running on one leg for his life. I feel like Dak right now is so far and away ahead of where he was last year this time. I mean, you remember, he was still rehabbing. He was not cleared to even practice. And he still, during training camp, really wasn't able to do much because of the shoulder injury. So the fact that he's working with CeeDee Lamb and now James Washington and all these guys, that he's a full go and got the zip on the ball, I think you're going to see him actually really, really take command again this year. Anybody disagree with me on that one besides Eagle fans?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm agreeing on that one.
But
It just, I think my concern is always obviously the backups and stuff of everything, I like Cooper Rush compared to what we had before. I'm not totally convinced of him as a backup, So, I mean, that would be my only concern at quarterback, And so, yeah, Dak, I think, obviously, if you put any of them in a lineup, obviously you're not going to take Hurts over Dak. I mean, any of those Eagle fans, all those guys, they can talk about Hurts all they want, but when it comes down to if they had a choice to pick them in Madden, obviously you know who you're going to pick. You can lie about it all you want, but you know who you're going to pick.
Shout out to Tammy. Jalen is living on his name. He really hurts the Eagles. Boom, boom, boom. Great one there, Tammy. I love that one.
Here's the deal. When it comes to the Eagles, their schedule is
easy.
It's marshmallow soft.
Yeah.
But if they do not get off to a good start, the amount of pressure that is on the Jalen Hurts is enormous, especially in that city. I will argue on and on, that there's not as much pressure on Dak. Dak is not going nowhere. I keep hearing all this pressure is on Dak Prescott.
Well,
no, it's not. He's got a long-term deal.
I'll tell you what.
The pressure is on Jalen Hurts because the Eagles have 2 number 1 picks.
And honestly, as an Eagle fan, I don't think they should even be concerned at their quarterback because obviously you cannot say that. It's the same thing with the whole Wentz thing. When Wentz moved away, you were able to admit finally that he was not good, and it hurts. I mean, you got first-round draft picks with some good quarterbacks next year. I mean, just admit it. He's not a good quarterback, and get ready to draft your next guy. And he's gonna whoever it is definitely gonna be better than Hurts. So be happy.
I honestly think it's gonna come down to the Eagles' offensive line this year. If the Eagles suffer injury or do not have a good year, they're going to suffer. They're going to have a horrible year. If Eagles' offensive line is dominant, then Hurts may be half decent.
Any quarterback.
I'm trying to understand the super chat from LT. Hurts in second year is better than Dak. You trading Dak?
What?
Dak won a Pro Bowl.
He had six. Hold it. Jalen Hurts had 16 TDs. And I mean,
listen, man, statements like that just show your lack of knowledge about the game.
I'm sorry. Here's my thing. Okay, let's say Dak were to have a bad season this year, and the Cowboys were to say, you know what, we're going to let him go. How long do you think Dak Prescott would be unemployed?
1 second.
Yeah. Okay, if Jalen Hurts ends up falling flat on his face this year, and the Eagles let him go, how long before you think he gets a starting gig? As opposed to that.
What was the other leagues called?
He might be playing for the USFL.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
There's going to be a bunch of teams that are going to restructure contracts immediately just to sign him. So yeah,
exactly. Oh well,
we all forget that Dallas is we just have a big bullseye on our. We're just. Every little thing gets blown up in Dallas. People would love Dak Prescott.
Team.
Yeah, people would love Dak Prescott. He's a leader, commands a huddle. He's a good guy in your community. What is there not to like about Dak Prescott? And him saying that he's felt better than he's felt in a long, long time just tells you that his leg was worse than we thought.
I just want to get back to the old Dak, though. Like his rookie year, that got people like Des Bryant's face and put these guys in line when they're out of line. That's the Dak I want to see.
Well, I'm happy that they went to Dak. Dak had input with the receivers. He supposedly interviewed a few receivers. It's nice that they included him on what's going on because he should have input. He's the quarterback of the America's team.
I just think at times he just gets. If I had to flaw him down a little bit, he just sometimes there's certain games, and I think that's an offensive thing maybe more, but he just doesn't get going. It takes him a while to get going.
His fundamentals leave him at times, but I think that all goes back to his injury. If he's not 100% or even 80%, he's all about his fundamentals. Dak has to have his footwork in order for him to be successful. Every quarterback does, but Dak especially.
You could see him after the calf injury. A lot of times when he'd get outside the pocket, he would be throwing, and his feet would not be on the ground. And I think that calf was a lot worse than was let on in the media. I mean, you think about it.
They were saying his velocity this spring is incredible.
Yeah. So
I agree.
Beto agrees with that.
Calf injury is Gallup, and look how long Gallup's out.
Yeah. There's another one of my partners in crime. There's Randy. What's up, Randy? Randy's going to be joining us down there in 2 weeks.
What's up, Randy?
Dallas as well. While we work on Stu's house. Shout out to you, my man.
We are preparing to leave in 2 weeks.
That's right. Well, we will hopefully be arriving.
Not as far as we're leaving.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. This is going to be a good thing that we're doing.
It's less than 8 hours.
Yeah, it's only 21 and a half for us.
If we're straight through. Okay.
Jesus.
But we'll get there. God willing, we'll get there. So we're getting ready to wrap this up a bit. I got to cook dinner for everybody here. I got to get some steaks and corn on the grill and stuff. Final words and final thoughts from you guys on this. When we look back and we look at all of the phases of the games, I'm trying to understand where, I'm not saying that we're great everywhere, But in totality, I look at the team and say, we've got a lot of good places and a lot of good things to rely on. We have some questions, of course, with Tyron Smith and how the offensive line meshes. How well Dan Quinn does his second year and stuff. But I think that defense is going to be nasty this year. I think that we're ready to really see something special with those guys. And I don't honestly believe that the offense is taking that far of a step back. And we'll have to wait and see how the Eagles, to me, mesh all these other pieces. It sounds good on paper, but, you got to play the games. I want to get your guys'
You got to line up and play.
I'm interested to see how, the one guy on offense that I'm interested to see if they mature is Kellen Moore, I think.
Oh, my God.
Has he learned from anything? Does he mature as a play caller? That's going to be the big question on offense, because if he can't do anything, that offense is not going to do anything through the season, and we're right back to square one. So it doesn't matter what.
True, but I don't think he has been doing that bad. I mean,
no, I don't think so.
I would say this is a big year for Kellen
bad
Moore.
Later in the season.
Oh, I think
is Kellen Moore is he going to try and reinvent the game, or is he going to try and do what it takes to win? And that's a big difference. We're talking 12 personnel. I think we need to do that, especially at the start of the season. No, we're not going to have Gallup. Let's roll 2 tight ends out there. Let's swing out the Pollard. Let's do that. If he tries to reinvent and do 5 wide early in the season, it's not going to be pretty.
It's not going to work.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to agree
Very
with
much
that.
agree.
We need to run the football.
Veto's right. We need to run that football.
True.
Yeah, run that football.
Yeah, Zeke's got something to prove this year.
Yeah, and he's playing for a contract.
I mean, my whole thing is I could definitely see how it plays out. I could see week one of those rookies already at the left tackle position. So I think that could be that
would be a problem, Phil. That would be a problem.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see it. I think it. If you got a guy let's go there.
If he's the guy, yes, that would be good.
And I'm not saying anything, but if he can show consistency and he's something, I mean, I'm hearing great things, but
I just feel that
would be good.
I just feel that you bring in a rookie to play left tackle from South Dakota or North Dakota?
North Dakota.
That would be ugly. Down in and down out.
If you got back problems before even things happen, I'm not saying back problems, but tightening and any little thing. I sneezed and something happened like that. Mean that he didn't stretch before he laughed. I don't know what happened.
You would think he would want to come out and at least get through OTAs and get all those questions out of the way, but it didn't happen.
No.
Philly, old head 21 or 215. Parsons the only one dude you got. Everybody else is garbage.
Yeah, you're right, buddy. You're right. Don't worry about it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mark,
with only one good player, Prescott.
Say that again.
Before I forget, Mark.
Yes. Rock,
I gotta tell you something. So you know how you have all those things that you press and it has cocaine is a drug and all that, right?
Yeah.
You're missing one.
What am I missing?
And it's the quote from Gone in 60 Seconds when he goes, "Boy, you need a role model." That dude. You ever seen the movie? You need that.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay.
When they say stupid stuff like that, that's when you press that button.
All right, that sounds like a winner there. So nobody's panicking right now for the Cowboys. I know, Brian, you're saying we need to go get Debo, and June 1st is the time to do it.
That's a dream. That's not going to happen. I'm just saying. The last couple of days and seeing all the smoke, that would just, you know what it is? I'm hearing about Philly and A.J. Brown being a top 10. Debo's better than A.J. Brown.
Oh, without a doubt.
I think A.J. Brown.
That would just shut you up and say, we got Debo. Now what? It's more of a mental. I'm tired of hearing all the chatter.
Well, you're never going to hear the end of the chatter of the Eagles fans. Remember, they got their lunch handed twice to them by us, and they're still saying that they were a better team last year.
The last couple of years have been kind of quiet.
Well, we just don't hear from Giants fans anymore. Washington fans, occasional one here and there, but Eagle fans, they just never shut up. All right.
And then the Washington fans are just trying to figure out their own name and who to cheer for. So, and then
what's for dinner, Mark? What's for dinner?
New stadium looks hilarious.
What are we having for dinner?
What are you making for dinner, Mark?
I got some T-bone steaks. I've got some Fiesta corn on the grill. We'll do. We got some potato salad, and I think we're gonna do some steak fries.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll get gutted for the 4th of July. I mean, excuse me, for Memorial Weekend here, and yeah, we'll do that.
That was good talking to everybody. Hope everybody has a good
Have
weekend.
a nice Memorial Day.
I appreciate why we're here and why we celebrate it.
Amen. And I look
James,
forward
enjoy
to
Miami, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna definitely check out some Cuban stuff.
Definitely, I'll definitely. I'll tell you what. I'll find out the place that we went to. The Cuba. It's like one of the famous ones, and it is
famous.
Incredible.
I know what you're talking about.
It is just like food. I was actually there with we were down there doing a photo shoot with Roberto Garza, and Roberto Garza took us there because he's actually from that area and stuff. And man, it was incredible.
Okay.
But I'll get the name of it. And I'll
go to Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually staying right up the street. Go ahead.
Nice.
If you want Cuban places, my daughter's half Cuban. She lives in Miami. She was born there.
Okay.
So if you want places, email me and I will give you a list of places and get you in contact. I'll talk to her.
Okay.
She knows she's been in Miami since she was 12 and she's 35 now.
Okay. She knows all the good spots, not just the
she knows all
touristy
the
spots.
Places.
Yeah, but the best spots is always the hole in the wall. Those are the best spots.
Yep.
Well, if you ever, I tell you what,
I agree.
If you go to New Orleans, that is truly the case.
Email me your email address, and I'll give you all the places that she recommends.
Okay.
I just was in Miami last week.
Oh, was you?
I was telling James earlier, the smaller the parking lot, the better the food. So.
Yeah, I want to go to this Parliament. They got this Parliament concert going on, but man, they're kind of expensive. Like
everything Miami
$1 billion down there.
Yeah, but they'll party for blocks and blocks. So.
Yeah. I just sit out my.
Here, hold on.
Aren't you in Miami, Phil?
No, I'm on the other coast. I'm right directly across on the other side in Naples.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm enjoying the sun, but I don't have the rough waves.
All right.
So when are you guys doing this whole trip thing? Like when you move in there, you guys already have it planned day by day kind of thing, or you just the closer you get, the deeper you plan it.
Are we talking about the trip for Florida?
Yeah, the trip. No, the trip over there. You guys.
To Dallas.
I'm going to Mark's house Friday night, the 10th, and then we're leaving sometime on
Saturday
on the
morning,
11th.
hopefully.
Yeah.
And it'll take us about 21 hours roughly to get there. So we'll go by Stu's house Sunday night, kind of assess everything, and come Monday morning, we're going to be working. Stu may be getting out of the hospital on Wednesday, so
yeah, I think everybody's going to say a prayer about that.
Yeah.
So let's just, you know how that goes with hospitals and being released, or wherever he's at. Yeah, you know.
Well, regardless, we want to get everything.
We're going to do it.
And stuff together, and we want to get this house done. So we've got basically, I want to say 4.5 days. What we're actually working on, and Brian, I got to talk to you as well as Randy, is we're probably going to go to the Star on Friday and do a tour.
Yeah, I sent you the schedule. That's basically our only day.
Yeah,
really.
So I think I want to find out from Randy if he wants to go, and so we got to just go ahead and just buy a block of tickets on there and just have them.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a PayPal. Just buy them, and then I'll shoot you.
Yeah.
Just do the 55 or whatever.
Okay.
And do the
So we got Randy, the son. We got you. We got me. We got Mike. We got Gina. We got the 2 kids. We got Tracy. So 9 tickets.
And my son. Yeah.
Yeah, got you, son. So I'll just go ahead and get those squared away, so that way we'll have them, and we'll have a meeting at the Star. Can't wait to do that. Rock, you going?
So I got to find out with my wife, because I don't know if she's working or with the kids. So it depends on what she's going to do.
Okay.
And I wanted to find out also, like, what days, you want me to cook, you know what I mean? I don't even know what day I'm going there, or if anyone is coming.
Let's
to
see.
sleep over.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that? Figure probably Monday will be the first day. Will be the rough day of getting going. Probably by Tuesday we'll know what we're doing. So like Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, whatever works best for you. I'm working on your dime.
Okay.
And Stuart's sister doesn't live far away. She's also got a place. She's got a couple of queen beds and stuff, and they're used to entertaining, having a bunch of people. So it might be advantageous to keep everybody a little bit closer than further away.
No problem.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we need to get together in the mornings to figure out our plan and what we're going to do.
Definitely. All right.
We're just going to do whatever Mark tells us to do, basically.
Yeah, true. I actually might leave Friday morning because I got a lot of family in Texas I may visit before you guys get there.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be great. Then you're already there. Then if you're going to be there, what I may get you to do is I may have you go by and you can kind of assess and take a look at things. I've gotten pictures of things that need to be worked on, from doors that need to be replaced and windows.
Yeah.
He's got air conditioning unit that are in windows that they're not sure if the windows will close. So you might be able to do some field ops and stuff there. We can start getting things in place, or maybe even picking up materials and stuff, and we've got it there, so when we hit it, we can hit the ground running and really try and hit this thing.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm driving my truck, so.
Thank God. Now, I'm told Home Depot is literally like a mile away, so at least it's close by for us.
That's good.
Yeah. And other than that, I think we're going to be ready to rock and roll. We already got the RV reserved, so we've raised about $6,000, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I can't say, I must say, thank everybody who's already donated and stuff. And if you do want to donate, there's the link in the description for the GoFundMe and things.
How was the day after the other day? Was that, like, you never really talked about it? How was the post-wing?
For me, I was okay. I mean, it wasn't as bad as the first one.
How was Michael? He was smooth.
He didn't even have a chaser. What we may do this weekend, DMV, who was at the fights in New York last night, and shout out to him, man, his video is blowing up from the fights. We might do the chip this weekend.
Yeah, get one more big push. Yeah, I mean, every dollar helps.
That's going to be rough, because the wings were one thing.
Yeah, I had the chip, Mark. That's not fun. I
had the other one.
Well, you had it. Yeah,
I don't want to do it.
For everybody else, it's fun.
Yeah.
There's a video out. There's a husband and wife. They eat 6 of them in a row.
Wow.
Well,
that's not human.
Damn.
My man Jet came up to my house. He ate 2 of them back to back without a chaser. He, former bull.
Some people's tolerance is ridiculous.
Yeah. I can't do that one.
They ate that 6 and went 5 minutes without drinking anything.
You
should watch that video.
They get a shout out from me on that one. Look, there's Rashid. We actually see a Giant fan. Shout out to Rashid. Rashid, we thought you'd given up on football, man. We miss you, buddy.
From hibernation.
Rashid,
nice.
We miss you, buddy. How you
gonna
been
draft
doing?
a receiver this year, Rashid?
They're already talking about getting rid of Tony.
I know.
Oh, boy.
Danny. What a Danny. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it.
He's like, I'm leaving now.
Nah,
Hey.
Mark, I want to hear the receiver. Put that one out.
Yeah, you gotta play that one.
Rashid, look. You know you're. Hold it.
Oh, poor Rashid. Oh, poor Rashid.
Daniel Jones, 12 of 18, 150 yards, 1 TD.
Wow.
On a quiet day,
According to Rashid, they.
Oh, boy. All right, one more for you, Rashid, because we love you.
What? Why did we get a wide
He's gonna be like, that's it, Mark. Hi, I'm out of here.
Oh, boy. Rashid, we kid because we love, buddy. We love you. You know we
What's
love
up, brother?
We love our Giant fans.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Hey, Mark, just real quick, have you heard from Stu at all? I see he's not on here today.
I talked to him earlier today. I talk to him pretty much every day.
I figured
he's
that.
got heart issues, And
this guy's going through the ringer.
His thing was, he's like, I just can't get a break. His heart's not real strong, so they have to reduce the IVs on it because it's too much liquid, and they're saying that the extra liquid is hard for him to pump. It's just like it's a multitude.
It's not good.
It's a multitude of things that are happening and stuff for him. And
That's just more reassurance, and what we're doing is the right thing, and let's do as much as we can for him and his mother.
Amen on that one. All right, so good people. We've made fun of Rashid. We love you, Rashid. We love you, man. It's not nothing personal. It's only business here, buddy. But we're gonna get out of here. Vado, don't go, because I know you wanted to talk to me real quick. And Randy, if you and Brian could stay on too, while we get out of here. And
y'all
it's
take
time
it easy.
to turn out.
Y'all take
the
it
lights.
easy.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Hey, I'll be on again.
Y'all later.
Hey, Phil, let me know when you want to do that video. Like I said, I'm leaving to go with Mark for a week.
Yeah, I mean, if you just, are you able to record just a video?
Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, just get a record, just send it to me, and I'll work it in and make it work and stuff like that.
All right.
What's your just opinion?